Top of the morning to you guys. I am wearing the Dingy set, the Ring of the Evil Eye, the Covetous Gold Serpent Ring, a plus 10 Spider Shield, and a plus 10 Iaito. The Iaito has a B scaling, and it requires, if I remember, 20 dex and 14 strength. And I gotta say, it's been the biggest pain in the ass so far. Yes, it's good for a dex build, but my character has strength and dex right now, but he's got plenty of both. Kill this one and you get a Demon Titanite. Now on to Darkroot Garden. Woo! Well, at least it's effective against the trees. It's not really effective against the Steel Knights. What? You guys probably didn't see that, but the tree missed me entirely, and then it still hit me. It bounced off the shield, and then when I stopped blocking, even though it was done, it still hit me. What the hell? Illusory wall. I want to show you guys a couple of glitches as well. I equipped the Soul of Quelag, and I can actually use that to do a certain glitch. Now, what I do is I roll, and then I press square halfway through, and then immediately I go into the pause menu, select the Estus Flask, and then I use it, and it'll say what I want to use the Soul of Quelag. Allow me to demonstrate. I'll say yes. And as you can see, it's still in the bottom inventory of the bottom left. Now, here's the other one. The Firekeeper Soul glitch. Now, I'm going to attack, press square, go into the pause menu, and then select the Estus Flask. Fuck. Never mind. This game's an asshole. Well, there goes my one chance of using a Firekeeper Soul, so fuck it. Who cares? I won't be able to use all of them anyway. Still, that's kind of bullshit. That never happens. Never. Why it happened this time, I don't know. Continuing on. The first item I grabbed here was I believe it was a Soul of a Nameless Soldier. Take these guys out. Purple Moss, Blood Red Moss, Large Soul of a Nameless Soldier. I gotta say, the one-handed Iaito is not very good. When I faced the Steel Knights, it really didn't do much. It did about 80 damage. If I two-hand this, though, it's a lot more useful. Now, just to show a little bit of the weapon attacks, there's the regular slash attack, the regular R1, and there's this, which is the same move every time. There's this, jump attack, and there's the same thing for this. Same thing, and basically the same thing. I mean, it looks a lot more useful here, and hit the fucking thing. However, in Sen's Fortress, it wasn't really good. Wasn't really as good as I would have hoped. Let me aggro this guy. My dex and strength is at 26, my endurance is at 34, my vitality 21, resistance 14, 10 intelligence, and 22 faith. Now the faith is to join a certain covenant. And I'm going to make divine weapons. Do not ask me to make intelligence weapons. That's not going to do it for me. Not with this. Not gonna happen. Continuing on. Now we're going to go this way. And we have the Partisan. Now the Partisan is kind of a good spear weapon if you get the right dex going. But if it's not leveled up right, it won't really do much. I mean, strength and dex is kind of decent with it, but it's mostly dex damage. That was a while back when I was farming these little serpents on these trees. What happened was, I killed one of them and they gave me a egg vermifuge. I shit you not. Don't worry, I'm not done here. This is just the beginning part. This is a really short area unless you count the other area with Sif and Shiva of the East, and Alvina, the Darkwood. But, I mean, Dark Souls 2 was known for its short areas. But this one, actually, some of the areas are actually pretty huge. If you take your time going through it, you'll actually notice that everything here is pretty huge. But if you're like rushing through like I am right now, well, kind of rushing, but not really, you'll think that it's actually pretty short, but it's not. In reality, it's really not. For fucking sake. Now, these manta rays have a good chance of dropping green blossoms, as you notice that I grabbed. Over here is a Soul of a Proud Knight. I grabbed the Elite Knight set, which I got from where I was fighting the stone giants and their little tree demon friends, whatever you want to call them. I'll just call them tree demons. I usually do, because, well, what I think of them as, I don't know their real name. Continuing on, the Wolf Ring, which increases poise. I'm not really going to use it. Again, how did that hit me? I rolled right through your attack. Continuing on, I think now is the time for the boss fight, because I think I've pretty much collected everything here. Now, the Elite Knight set, I can show you where I collected it, even though I neglected to tell you in the first place, but it's right here, on this little corpse. God damn it. Continuing on, I'm going to summon Witch Beatrice for this fight, but I'm still going to go through it. And I will be making a divine weapon, just because I want to see how much damage it does, but it probably won't be the Iaito, because, to be honest, it's kind of a shit weapon. Why did I go all the way back up here? I mean, up here. I didn't back... Never mind. You know what I mean. Anyway, continuing on, over here, after breaking all those bramble... Well, not bramble. Trees, is Witch Beatrice's summon sign. She will make this fight a lot easier. Her sorceries are actually pretty useful in this fight. However, if you face this boss with sorceries, it's not going to be as good unless you have probably a Soul Spear or things like that. But you have to be really careful in this boss fight, because if you're not, you could easily get killed in this, at low level or at high level.
Hey, here go 3 of whatever.
Alright. Alright, that boss fight was easy. Of course, Beatrice is beating the shit out of her, so I guess it wouldn't really be much. I'm playing Dark Souls. I do. I have the first and second. Yeah, Andrew has it. Get the Divine Ember, the Watchtower Key, and the Homeward Bone. Now I will be buying the Crest of Artorias from Andre. And I'll also give him the Divine Ember and maybe buy a few arrows. And then go get the long bow. And then upgrade that. Now if you go to modify equipment, you can make a Divine Battle Axe. And if you gave him the large ember, you can make a +6 and up, well, +6 up to +10. And you could make a raw battle axe up to +5. You can also reverse the weapons you want to reverse if you want to make it a different element. Bye guys.